And as I always say, if you like this reading, please like or subscribe or leave a comment if you'd like to. And I have everything ready as usual. And as I always say, I'm going to start your reading for lovely, lovely Cancer people. The first card you have for your past is the Eight of Cups. So yes, I'm actually seeing illusions around this card. I hope this makes sense. I'm seeing someone that was kind of not showing you themselves. I hope that makes sense. Yes, I'm seeing that you were seeing one thing. You were seeing one thing, or thinking that you were seeing one thing, but the reality was actually completely different to what you thought you were seeing. Obviously, there's a lot of water around in this card. There's a lot of water around the cups, and probably inside these cups there's water. This is a wall of emotion, a wall of cups. And, you know, when you're thirsty, you're obviously drawn to water. But what you're really drawn toward was not water. It was a mirage. You thought it was water, but it wasn't. It wasn't real. And I'm seeing someone who was putting up a front. This is what they were doing. They were putting up a front. They were showing you what they wanted you to see. But actually, and you thought you were seeing that, excuse me, but it wasn't that. It was something false. So you weren't seeing the real person. You were seeing what they wanted you to see. This was mirage. And so what happened was you were doing what this man was doing. You decided you're just going to walk away so that you could find some real water, some real emotion from a real person, not this person. So yes, you were walking away from this person. I'm seeing that you might not be walking away from them forever, though. You might actually come back to this person, because in this card I often see the waters flowing back toward the cups, and that's what's going to happen. So you might speak to this person again, but you know, you've certainly walked away from them, or you're going to walk away, or you have, sorry, this is in your past, so you've walked away from this person. You might have just distanced yourself from them again, because I'm seeing that, yes, you might come back to them. And yes, this separation isn't going to be forever, but you were so fed up with what they were trying to show you or tell you, and it was just so false that you just thought, if I can't believe that, I can't believe anything they say. There's no point in me even having a conversation with them, because they're just so false. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have, your past, is the Knight of Cups. So yes, sometimes I see this card as a knight in shining armour, which often is, it's a little bit too good to be true, actually, like a Disney fantasy or something like that. This is how this person in the Eight of Cups could have wanted you to see them. They were portraying themselves as a knight in shining armour, someone who was everything for you, wonderful, all these things. Everything was bright and shiny on the surface, but actually they weren't delivering what they were promising. It's like they gave you, you know, it's like if you had this great big enormous gift given to you, this huge box with a big red bow on the top, and it had really expensive wrapping paper. It looked amazing. You thought, oh wow, this is amazing, and you open it up and there's a rock inside. That was what happened. That was how you were feeling. So, you know, they were promising things, they weren't delivering, and, you know, maybe they looked like they were about to do something, or they looked like they were going to be something for you, but they actually weren't, and you realized this, and you just kind of walked away from this, as I was saying, in the Eight of Cups. So, you know, if you look at this knight, he's riding up toward a river. So I'll move that down so you can see it properly. So there's a river there, he's riding toward it. He's not crossing the river. And I'm seeing that this person probably had no intention of crossing any rivers for you, or doing anything for you, or stepping up for you, or doing anything that, you know, they should have been doing. If this person was in a real relationship with you, not a false one, they would have been happy to step up. They would have been happy to, you know, do everything for you. I'm not saying they were supposed to be your slave, but, you know, do things for you. And, you know, they just weren't. They were pretending that they were. It's one thing for someone to say, no, I can't do that for you. I can't be there for you. I can't be in a proper relationship with you. That's being honest. But it's another thing to say, oh, yes, I can. I love you so much. I'll do this. And then they just don't do that. That's the other thing. So that's what this person was like. And I'll put that up again, because the next card you have for your past is the Eight of Swords. Yes, this is a trap. Look at that. So this really hurt you. This really hurt you to have to walk away from this person, but this is what you had to do. You couldn't be around someone who you just couldn't trust, who you didn't know whether they were saying right, wrong, left, right, anything. You just didn't know what they were saying, whether what they were saying was genuine or not. And I'm seeing this person actually thinking that, they would have been, this is what they were probably thinking. They're probably thinking, if I don't have to open up to this person, if I just put on a front, if I'm just false, I don't have to open up, I don't have to be myself, then I don't have to commit properly. And then if I don't have to commit properly, then I'm free. I have this freedom. But actually the opposite was happening to them. They weren't realizing it. They were trapping themselves because they weren't fully opening up. They were trapping themselves. What I mean by that is they're going to continue to do this. So they'll probably move from you to another person. They'll probably do the same. And then they'll probably move to another person after that and have a relationship with them. And they'll be false with them as well. And if this person doesn't change, they'll never know what it's like to fully open up and to fully trust someone and be trusted by someone. Now, to experience that, that's a very, very special feeling. That's a very special thing to experience. But if they don't change, they'll never, ever experience that. And that's going to trap them. That's going to trap them because nobody's going to actually really trust them. And if nobody trusts you, you're in a trap. You're in a trap. You can't go to anyone for help. You can't talk to anyone. You can't ask anyone for advice. You can't tell them that you're going to do anything because they won't trust you. They won't believe you. They're trapping themselves. That's what I'm seeing, or that's what they were doing. The first card you have for your present is the Chariot. So yes, the Chariot can be about using your mind over everything else. This can be using your mind to manifest things. And I'm seeing that there is something that you really do want to achieve. There's something you really do want to manifest. But what I'm seeing you're doing is you're trying to really make a physical effort. You're trying to push things. You're trying to kind of call people, do things, break your back, rush around, being extra efforting with whatever this thing is. And sometimes when we're really pushing for something to happen, or if we if we're desperate, we really want something to happen, sometimes, if we're longing for something, our feelings can get in the way of finding solutions about, how to actually do these things, or this thing, or whatever this is. So if you look at the man driving this chariot, he's focusing. He's completely focused on where he's going. He's very, look at his face. He's very determined. He's focused. But he isn't holding any reins. He's not steering the chariot with his hands. He's not doing anything physically. He's steering it with his mind. He's getting to where he wants to go with his mind. So if this resonates and you're really efforting, you're really trying to do something, try and take some time off from stressing this. Now, you might feel like, if I take some time off, I'm never going to do this because I have to actually be physically doing things. Now, yes, you do eventually have to be physically doing things, but before you're physically doing things, take your time off from stressing or overthinking about this. Maybe meditate if this is something you do, or do something silly like watch a funny movie or rest or do something, play some sport or something. Take your mind completely off this, and when you do that, you'll probably find that solutions will come into you a lot quicker, a lot easier, and they'll be really helpful solutions. And under the shower is usually when I think of these things, when I'm kind of just daydreaming or whatever. And that's when you probably come up with some really inventive, really unusual solutions as well. And they might be exactly what you're waiting for. So it's when these ideas come in, when these things come in, that's when you can take the action on those ideas. But you need to stop efforting. You need to stop overthinking this. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have for your present is the Nine of Cups. So yes, these trumpets are heralding in this Nine of Cups. I've got people bipping their horn outside my window. So yes, this is about this person. This is about this person who you walked away from in the Eight of Cups. Look how smug they are. So they probably look really happy. They're probably fronting again. They're going around saying, oh, look how happy I am. La, la, la. But they're not. They're not happy. They're stuck. This is what was happening in the Eight of Swords. They're stuck. They're never going to understand what a true honest commitment means, because nobody is going to trust them. That's what I'm seeing. They keep on hiding themselves, hiding their true selves, and they're going to keep on doing this. That's what I'm seeing. They can put on a front forever, and they probably will try to, but they're not happy. They're not happy. They're looking like they're happy, but they're not actually happy. So this person might be on social media at this time. They might be posting about some kind of so-called amazing things they're doing. But yes, this card even looks a bit like a selfie, but it's all a mask. They're putting on a mask. They're putting on a show. They're trying to show off that they're all fantastic and happy, but they're not. They're not happy. You know that. They know that too. The last card you have for present is the Ten of Swords. So yes, nobody likes this card. No one likes seeing this card. This is a message to you, I'm seeing. There could be someone... there's probably more than one person around this really smug person who's fronting. They're probably going to support this person no matter what they do. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing two people around them. They might be relatives. I don't know. These are these people who are going to kind of support them no matter what. This person could probably rob a bank and these people would, support them, stick by them. Doesn't matter what they do. So they have these silly people around them, these kind of minions around them. And they're probably going to start gossiping about you at this time. They're probably going to backstab you or whatever. Don't take any notice of these people. This is like... You might feel like, it doesn't feel nice when people are talking about you, when they're backstabbing you or gossiping. But I wouldn't take any notice of them. They're going to move on to the next person probably. When this person hurts the next person, they're going to move on and gossip about them as well. Whatever. This is a pattern. It's going to keep on repeating itself, I should say. So you have a lot of things you're trying to achieve in the Chariot. Try and focus on that. Don't even give this person another thought. This is a false person. The person who you thought you knew wasn't the actual person themselves. You know that. So you don't even know who they are. So just don't bother concentrating on them. Concentrate on what you want to achieve. The first card you have for your future is the King of Pentacles. Here we are. So, yes, you have more important things to deal with. Don't deal with this gossip. Don't deal with these time wasters. Concentrate on this thing you want to achieve. So you're not going to... when you achieve this thing, you're going to achieve the real thing. Pentacles are about earth. They're about the real. They're about real life. This person looks like they have everything. They probably are putting on a big front. They're saying, look at me, I have everything. I'm so happy. You're not going to have to put on a front. You are going to be happy. You're going to have the real thing. You're going to have the real thing in real life on this earth. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to let the ideas come in, and then you're going to have to plan, because the King of Pentacles got to where he was because of working hard and planning. So after these ideas come into you, and they will come to you, start planning, start moving forward, and you'll have what you want. That's what I'm saying. You can manifest what you want. You can. The next card you have for your future is the Knight of Swords. So yes, even though you're going to be getting what you want and you're going to be working toward that, this is going to come to you gradually over time. And I think you're going to realize that. You're going to be happy to do that. But while you're working toward this thing, I'm seeing that you're probably going to have a bit of opposition to what you're trying to achieve. I'm seeing that there could be some family members who might not... they might not be happy about this, whatever this thing is you're going to be doing, and they might be a little bit afraid for you, actually. And part of you is going to be afraid, and that's probably because of this upbringing from these family members, and that's why you are going to feel some of this fear. But you're going to be really making a big effort to put that fear beside you or behind you or whatever, and I'm seeing that you're going to make an effort so that your head rules your heart and rules your emotions. That's what I'm seeing in this card. I'm trying to articulate what I'm seeing. I know I'm a bit kind of I'm kind of bumbling my words or stumbling my words, but I'm trying to articulate what I'm seeing in this card. What I'm seeing is, if you look at the horse in this card, the horse looks really frightened. And that's how your emotions are going to be feeling when you're trying to achieve this thing. This is a big thing. But The knight on this horse doesn't look frightened. The knight on this horse looks very determined. So that's your head. The knight is your head. The horse is your heart. The knight rules the horse because the knight is directing the horse. The knight is in charge of the horse. Your head is going to be in charge of your emotions, and that's going to help you to move forward. And also I'm seeing on this horse is I'm seeing, if you look around the neck of this horse, which is near where the knight's sitting, there are some butterflies around the neck of this horse. Butterflies to me represent transformation. This thing that you're going to achieve, this thing that you're working on, is going to be transformative to you. So this is a huge thing. This is a huge thing that you're going to achieve. The last card you have for your future is the Six of Wands. So yes, this is the victory card. This is the victory card. Whatever opposition you have, whether it's from your family, whether it's from your own emotions, you're going to have victory over that. You're going to have control over that. And just think about that. You're going to have victory. Think about that when your emotions are taking over, when people are taking over, when people are saying you shouldn't do this. Think about this. You are going to have victory. You are going to be able to achieve what you want. And the victory that you're going to have is real. It's going to be real. It's not going to be false, like the person in the Nine of Cups. It's not going to be like in a selfie. It's not going to be, you're not even going to bother about social media. You're not going to care about what people think of you, because you're going to have the real thing. You're going to have the real thing emotionally, and you're going to have the real thing in concrete form, in real life, on earth. I hope this all makes sense. This is sounding crazy to me now, so I'm going to stop. So Cancer, I hope this resonated. As you know, general readings can't always resonate with everyone. But again, if you liked this reading, you probably didn't, because it was a little bit crazy. I was trying to tell you what I was seeing. But yes, please like or subscribe if you'd like to, or leave a comment if you would like to. Thank you so much for watching.